This time on Cheap Ass Movie Reviews, we go in, through, and beyond the black hole. Since I got back into collecting Blu-rays, one of the things that I wanted to do was pick up a copy of The Black Hole. Now, The Black Hole was one of my childhood favorite films. If you are anywhere near the age of 50, then you grew up with The Black Hole. There was coloring books, all kinds of toys. Mego even made small action figures, but they didn't sell that well. But you had the different things going on with that. Growing up as a child, you also had the Whitman books, Whitman comics. Heck, Jack Kirby even did a daily strip of The Black Hole for Disney, so it was one of his last working jobs as a working stiff kind of guy. But the only way you can get a physical copy of The Black Hole on Blu-ray is to join the Disney Movie Club. Now, I had joined the Disney Movie Club a couple of months ago, and I noticed they had some of these exclusives, and I did want to pick this up. This was on my list from the get-go. I finally got it, but I just kind of wanted to tell you a little bit about those movies because I haven't heard anybody review the Disney Movie Club exclusives, and I just kind of wanted to talk about that. It is a bare bones release. It has no extras whatsoever. It is straight just the video. It's got the chapters and the video, and that's it. Now, they do hold for black for the orchestration at the beginning. It's one of the few films that actually has like a suite in black before the movie starts, and so it does hold with that. So it's got all the things that are in it that were in the original release, but that's it. There's no extras, no commentary on how it was made, none of that. Nothing. No trailer, nothing. Which kind of shocks me. I wish Disney would spend a little more time with it because you know they've got tons of stuff laying around because they do so much promotion when they do any movie. And even back in 1979, this was also the first Disney movie that was ever PG because of the violence in it. And it was also the first movie to have a completed computer-generated effect, which was the black hole from the opening titles. So it did have those things in it. Now, is the movie great? No, it's not. But I was a little kid when the film came out. I really enjoyed the film. I still enjoy it today. Does some of the story stuff make sense? No. It's just one of those things. The story was kind of all over the place. But one of the things I have noticed with the Blu-ray release and having the 4K TV and the 4K Blu-ray player and all that is it really does kind of point out the problems with the film that need to be fixed. Now, a lot of people complain about George Lucas fixing Star Wars in the 90s, but he had a good reason to, because if you go back and look at this film, there'll be shots where they have something matted in the back with a matte painting, then they'll have rear projection going on, and then they'll have a model shot all in the same shot. And when they do it, they're all different contrasts. They don't line up at all. The colors are off. Sometimes there's a little green outline to things. It's just really kind of strange, some of the way the effects look. And that's what basically George Lucas did in the 90s with the special editions, was go back and clean all that stuff up. So you got to kind of give it to George that he had the foresight to go and do that, even if he did tweak it and add stuff that people didn't want to see. But The Black Hole, for me personally, it's a great film, and it's one of my favorite films. But for you, it probably won't be. I would say maybe 2 buckets. You're not really going to like it. Two stars out of 5. It's not going to be your favorite film. But also, talking about the Disney Movie Club and their other exclusives, one of the ones that I wanted to pick up in this batch that I got was The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh, which was on Walt Disney's World of Color back in the 60s. And it was a 3-parter that ran with Patrick McGowan, and it was just an interesting story. It's kind of like The Lone Ranger or Batman, and it's about a vicar in a small town in England, and the folks are being oppressed, like in Zorro, by the king, and so their protector is the parish priest who becomes the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. And it was a film that I saw it edited together as a film They released it as a clamshell back in the day when VHS was out, and I remember seeing it in school quite a lot. The teachers would check it out and we'd watch it, and I never really saw it anywhere else. And I don't really remember seeing it on DVD when DVDs were popular, but I was really happy to find it as an exclusive at the Disney Movie Club. Now, some people talk about the titles and the titles that they have. They are bare bones titles. There's nothing there but the film and a menu, and that's it. Now, these luckily do have Walt Disney's introductions to the 3 different episodes, and so it's just like you saw it back in the 60s on the TV show. And I thought that was a nice little addition to it, because I had seen them all edited together into a 2-hour film, but it was actually 3 1-hour episodes. So that's kind of cool that they did do that. But of course, it starred Patrick McGoohan. Patrick McGoohan, who later went on to become the Prisoner. A lot of people knew him from Secret Agent Man. And but he had filmed The Prisoner in the late 60s. This was filmed in the early 60s in England at Pinewood Studios. But they also did these outside shots on the beach. It looks very similar to the beach that you see throughout The Prisoner. And I wondered if, because that was his own production, that he went back and shot at the beaches he had been to. And it was just a really strange kind of beach. It's like a lot of wet sand. So when the tide goes out, it really, really goes out. Now, you see Walt Disney showing off some of the Scarecrow mask there. But it's a very interesting film. If you haven't seen it, if you like The Lone Ranger, Batman, Zorro, then you'll love The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. And of course, this week was May the 4th. We have May the 4th, so I had to get one Star Wars film in there. And the Star Wars film of my choice, the one I just picked up with all these other Disney movies from the Disney Movie Club, was Solo, A Star Wars Story, directed by Ron Howard. I really did enjoy the film. A lot of folks didn't. I didn't really understand why. Me and my son went and saw it at the theater, and we had a great time. And we were looking forward to it coming out. But I'm even more excited now to see it in 4K, and I was really happy to pick that up as one of my first 4K titles that I've got. It does have a ton of extras that I haven't even got to. There's so many extras on this thing, so you could just go on forever. But like I said, this is another one of the Disney Movie Club films. Any of the Disney films, you're talking about Star Wars, you're talking Marvel, then also the other strange things like Black Hole and the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. All those different things are available there, and you do get a discount, so it's worth your time to do it. If you're going to specifically, if I can say it, specifically if you're going to buy all the Star Wars films, then you might go there and join, because you'll get them all cheaper. Even if you're picking them up in 4K, you're going to get a cheaper price, unless you're getting that big old Best Buy set that's $221 that they have of the Skywalker Saga, which does not include Solo and does not include Rogue One. But those are 2 films that a lot of people have a lot of problems with. I think these are finer movies than Last Jedi, so I don't really have a problem with that. I like them both better than that. I think Rogue One is a bit more of a slow burn. This is more of a film that you can just pick up and go to and just have a great time and enjoy the film. And I thought it was well done by all. I enjoyed every bit of it. I enjoyed every part of it. I especially like the Kessel Run, as we see behind us, and also the train sequence where they were robbing the train, which is a new thing to Star Wars. So Solo, A Star Wars Story. It's not as bad as you remember it. I would give it, I'd give it 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it in the theater. I enjoyed it at home. It's a great little film, and I think you'll have a great time watching it. So give it another chance. Now, if you like this film, or you like films in general, like and subscribe. Also, hit the bell. Then you'll get a notification for every time that I upload a video here at Cheap Ass Movie Review. Now, I know you're sitting there thinking, that's not necessarily a cheap movie. Well, it is, because I went through the Disney Movie Club. And you can also sign up for the Disney Movie Club, and I'll put a link down there below as well if you want to do that. But it'll save you some money, especially if you're going to buy all those films and you're going to have a physical copy of them. If not, just head on over to Disney Plus and you can watch them that way. I've been happy with my Disney Plus as well. So you can do it either way and have them both. But like and subscribe for more cheap movie reviews. I'm Eric Stafford. Have a great day.